As Little People, Big World Season 25 approached, Amy Roloff shared more personal details about her life. She and Chris Marek spoke about their connection in an interview with Tamron Hall. She also talked about Caryn Chandler and her position about Matt Roloff's fiancée in another interview. Some fans questioned Matt Roloff's motives when he volunteered to help his ex-wife choose the location of their wedding. Chris Marek's fiancée responded to nearly everything he said on the TLC show with a sardonic sneer. Fans of Little People, Big World may take solace in the growing friendship between the two guys, if nothing else. Additionally, Team Matt believed Amy would become enraged within. The Little People Big World episode featured a resentful and angry Amy Roloff. Seeing that Caryn had worked as a farm manager before, she was understandably offended. It was revealed via spoilers in the current season of the program that Matt Roloff made an announcement about proposing to Caryn Chandler. Social media was the first source of information for Little People, Big World supporters. Did Amy become so enraged over it, though, that she couldn't bear to be around her? In an interview with US Weekly on Tuesday, Chris Marek's wife was pretty open about her current relationship status with Caryn Chandler. The reality TV personality appears a lot less sour than before. She seemed to have put the animosity in the past and let time and change take its course. Since marrying Chris Marek 9 years after the divorce, Amy Roloff has, of course, appeared to have a more philosophical outlook. Even though I've never wanted to work with them, I still do a show with them, but it's comparable to a job. Thus, things change with time, and you either mature or get new insight into them. We are kind and cordial. We are able to spend time together. We won't be best buddies or anything like that, in my opinion. Regarding the children, the TLC personality believes that they will eventually come to terms with Caryn being a part of the family. Caryn has been around for a while, but in my opinion, it's only a question of time, the woman remarked. It's important to allow your children time to accept it. What do you think of Caryn Chandler and Amy Roloff getting along well enough to work successfully together? Do you think that she was able to go over her initial resentment following the divorce because she is now married to Chris Marek? Stars of Little People, Big World Zach and Tori have launched their podcast and are talking about everything. They have been dropping tea on it while talking about their family dynamics. The Little People, Big World couple discussed Jackson's second operation during this time, which they chose to keep private. Zach and Tori affirmed that Jackson's desire to keep the details of his operation private was the reason they kept them a secret. They also revealed some startling information and discussed their son's desire to seek a life away from the spotlight. Fans of Little People, Big World witnessed Jackson's initial operation on TV. The inability of the audience to witness their beloved child Roloff having surgery made it an agonizing time. The celebrity handled it like a pro, and they were eager to see the outcome. But Tori just disclosed that they disclosed their son's operation to the public without getting his permission. In her podcast, Tori acknowledged that he hadn't given his approval. We agreed to share it, she went on. However, the matriarch soon learned that Jackson would require another surgery. According to Tori, the latter ultimately broke a screw in his leg, necessitating surgical repairs. However, Jackson was adamant this time, saying he didn't want cameras around him at all costs. Zach and Tori were urged not to call the film crew by Jackson. He apparently referred to the camera team as filmers and expressed his certainty that he didn't want them to be at the hospital or at his house after he recovered. Even though Zach believed Jackson's operation would have improved Little People, Big World ratings, he made the decision to honor his son's wishes. They were unable to turn Jackson down, as Zach clarified in his most recent podcast episode. The couple decided to keep this news private since he doesn't think it will burden his children. Tori and Zach have said unequivocally that they will no longer be involved with Little People, Big World. This is an official announcement, and it cannot be undone. Tori even mentioned Jackson's influence on this choice in their most recent podcast episode. She said that her son started expressing his thoughts since he was tired of filming. According to Tori, Jackson expressed his desire to avoid being involved in this shoot. For this reason, he refused to even let the results of his second operation affect the current campaign. The mother ultimately took this to heart as a result. Tori revealed that a major factor in their decision to end the show's production was her kid. And Zach said maybe it was one of the reasons. He thinks that none of this is a hardship for their children. For this reason, the couple debated whether to broadcast their kid's life on television before deciding they would be better off without their family program.